PTOs that was approved, but there was no public participation. That is one of the reasons. They established businesses there, but without taking into consideration noise. There was no racial war ever. Bubbles, the burn down is also a, let me complete my question, let me ask my question. You're pushing me a bit, but you had a long time to talk about this. There's 180 days from the implementation of this, or from the announcement of this import, until they must comply with the directives. My question is, what is happening in the meantime? Let me explain to you why. This Saturday, I was sleeping in Caribbean beach, and the noise, I was watching rugby. The noise coming from Legacy was so loud that I got headaches. I feel like I could have burned down the place because of the noise until 2:30 in the morning. We found the police. They said they've got one bucket. The commanding officer said to us later that they did attend to it, but the noise was not stopped. I'm very glad for the Human Rights Commission. The bylaws is in place now. It's very good bylaws, and hopefully that will assist us to prevent this. But noise pollution is causing 80% of the problems that we are facing in our Hartbeespoort. Thank you.
I must apologize for speaking to you being seated earlier on. I see it's a trend that you all stand up and all respect the protocol. I just wanted to clarify what I said earlier on in terms of the approach that you guys followed. But however, that does not mean we don't accept what you did. We said we appreciate that. You said you followed a fourfold strategy. In your fourfold strategy, you engaged with Blacks, Africans in particular, you engaged with whites. I said, you expose yourself to be manipulated because you never gave us the response, the right of response to what they said to you in our absence. And that is clearly reflected in your report. And I'll give you an example to say to clarify that. You met with DWS. DWS, when you met with it, it was in our absence. They told you that they failed the applications because the applications did not comply with policy. It was a policy violation. And they gave an example, permanent structures. How can an applicant of a land have a permanent structure before he even occupies? It doesn't make sense. They told you, number two, that other than the permanent structures, we could not pay rent. How can I pay rent before I even occupy? And then this is contained in your report. I'll give you the page and the paragraph of that. And this is where you say you exposed yourself to a manipulation because you never gave us the right of response. Then that undermines the quality of your report. The same thing goes to our white counterparts. They say to you in our absence, no, we don't comply with those. The 16 occupants of government land for more than 8 years, 8 decades is there. Without any compliance of anything. They build permanent structures. We would have taken you there to show you. We would have taken you to show you that here they've got 99-year lease and they build permanent structures on it. But you denied us that opportunity. So, and that's why we're saying, in that fourfold approach, you also said you did site inspection. Had you gone to Ifafia Party, you'll find double-story houses that they have built. Had you gone to Cosmos, Marina, represented by Sheikh Khobla, you'll have found houses built without any compliance with the Water Act. Now, you don't know these things, and now this undermines the report. And this is what the comment I was saying. I didn't want to dwell much into it. But if you didn't understand, that's unfortunate. Clarify it to say they are the comments that they are now making about applicants. Take them as the fruits of a poison tree. It's like you are asking a convicted rapist, how must I treat the victim? And this is what's happening. But we will build from that. We will go forward. We also acknowledge the Chapter 9 institutions. Your response and how you deal with certain things sometimes is protracted and very slow. That is why I'm saying your last sentence on your report says we have the right to take it to court, because we're not going to wait for public protectors for further engagement. It's a fact. For more than 80 years, they've been occupying government without paying 1 cent, 1 rand. I mean, what more do we still want to be able to negotiate about? I appreciate the apology. I hope you will open schools as well. The General Hendricks Schoolman's School in Hartbeespoort does not allow black kids to speak English. You will start there. We want to have cultural engagements. We're not going to shy about it. But our kids cannot even speak the language of their choice. They are forced. Someone in Africa, about my business. I'm entitled to have money as well, just like you. Change with my white counterpart. I know that Bubbles is bent down. I'm the target now. Because they think they bent Bubbles. The only person left is me, and I'm here standing. So I will really engage with them. I welcome the apology. I welcome the engagements, right? We will be able to engage. I'm not threatened by number of whites. I'll stick by the law or stick what is right. Unfortunately, you say you wanted to come and ban legacy, and Bubbles was banned. A relationship between Bubbles being banned, you wanted to come and ban legacy. So you're most welcome to continue with the bidding, but be careful. But all in short is to say, Human Rights Commission, we thank you. You have at least revealed the truth. The members at the Department of Water and Sanitation, you found these things there. You found people claiming to have 99-year leases before you employed. You deal with any other illegal squatter. Now we have illegal squatters trying to comment and tell us how to operate and how to behave going. Quite amazing. So we understand. Sometimes we may come out to be fighting you, members of DWS. Work with us. We're more willing and accepting to work with you, right? And I know sometimes we get bullied by those who have been occupying land for 100 years. He's telling you to check my compliance, but he's not checking his own compliance. We can't have this way in this world, not on this day and age. We are watching. Thank you so much, Human Rights Commission.
Colleagues, that will be the last. We don't want to have back and forth. We are here to launch a report.
Good morning to everybody. My name is Duncan Matwai, a member of HCDI. I hope not to take long. Actually, I was going to say, maybe you must set up a fire extinguisher and just in case. Comments are very scary. I came to Hartbeespoort in I think it's 2018, and my purpose was to come to enjoy the dam and look at the economic opportunities. And as I was going through the years, and I established a whole lot of, or I discovered a whole lot of what you call racial or subtle racial racism. And I'll give you an illustration of the last time we had a meeting convened by Human Rights Commission here in Rustenburg. As people were introducing themselves to the meeting and saying their names, the one white gentleman said, he described Hartbeespoort as in the past, where he even said the good old days, which obviously it's not anymore the good old days of black people. And grew up in an environment, obviously you can see I'm old. I grew up in an environment where there was a word used forever, and we so much dreaded it. It was called the Swart Gevaar ideology. Now, I'm saying this because I'm saying I hope one day Hartbeespoort will be a place for all races at an equal footing. Yes, Human Rights Commission, I know you're doing your job, and sometimes I wish you luck because there are things that you will never be able to change based on the inculcated indoctrination that happened throughout the years, especially when you try to establish the age of the population. Then we realize some of your work you might need double energy to achieve certain things. Maybe as a suggestion, you need to put the satellite office in Hartbeespoort because continuously until my generation is probably dies, and then we have new young people who are looking into racial coexistence. However, I would like to thank you for the job you've done, and I hope you are not dumping it and look elsewhere. I hope continuously you will accept our reports or our complaints, be it call it new cases or something. But I hope you stick around Hartbeespoort for quite some time. And lastly, if I remember, I know the lady responded to the subs issue, but when I remember, the subs issue was based on the racial complaint. Unless you have fully established that it was not really a racial complaint, and therefore it doesn't fall under your purview, I would suggest you look back into it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We've come to the end. We've come to the end. The end of the launch of the report, not the end of the journey. Yes, Mr. Skuman, Rottenberg, we have asked for an enforcement plan from the city, not just bylaws, but there must be enforcement plan and there must be capacity. We've asked for that.
Thank you.
The information plan extends beyond the shoreline. We are asking Madibeng, we feel its mandate to undertake an audit of land in this town. Let me end on the note that Mr. Mutsohai, you hope that Hartbeespoort will be a land of coexistence where everyone will have an equal footing. My name is Tsepo. I hope you know what Tsepo means. My surname is Maklingozi. If Tsepo doesn't work, I go to Maklingozi. Yes, colleagues, as Hartley said, this is a long history. The department, you found some of these issues here. It must be a town of coexistence. It must be a town where we equally share. It must be a town where it becomes an example of racial redress. Why not? Why not? Why can it be an example of racial harmony and racial redress? From my side, I want to thank the PM, Mr. Mlombo, Emmanuel Konde, the team. Thank you so much. That it was very difficult. We know that there was a lot of impatience. We know that there was a lot of criticism against you for how you did your work. I really want to thank you for a well-researched report and a report that hopefully set a tone for the way forward. Finally, I want to thank all the stakeholders, including the apology. I think that was a good note. I think really that was a good note to express and the acceptance of that apology too. I think I want to underline that. I want to thank the Department of Water and Sanitation, the Matibeng local municipality, and all the residents, including subs, for their submissions, for their cooperation. Some of them did not cooperate fully, but some of the cooperation. And of course, as somebody said, we can't undo what has been done, but let's use this as a first step. But truly, I really want to thank the PM, the Secretariat led by the acting CEO for a job well done. Over to you, Program Director.
Thank you so much, everyone. I just have an announcement. Lunch will be served. Please go to the registrations table to take a tag for lunch so that we can.
Good morning. I think it's still the morning. The registration table has the tags for lunch. In the morning when we came here, they agreed that our lunch will be ready earliest. They wanted to say 1, but it will be ready by 12. You are welcome to go to, there is a lunch area. They are preparing. I will go and talk to the chef immediately to fasten it. You are welcome to go to the dining area to have lunch. We request all of you as residents of Hartbeespoort to go and have lunch together that side. Thank you very much.
Drinks free.
Thank you so much.